What's up, everyone? It's time for our digital huddle today. And today we are back in the many, many lessons from my life. And it's one that's very near and dear to my heart. And matter of fact, this one I'm actually going to unpack for 2 different weeks, this week and next week, because this week we're going to talk about kind of what it is. And next week we're going to talk about how to become this. And it's one that I truly believe that if you put this into practice, if you make it a discipline in your life, it will truly change the way you view the world around you, especially how you view the people in the world around you. And it will change how you serve on the dream team and how you walk in on a Sunday morning, but it'll also change how you walk into your home and how you treat your spouse, how you treat your children. It'll change how you walk into work on Monday and how you treat your coworkers, and honestly, it'll probably give you more influence with your coworkers, and you may see benefits in your life just because you put this into practice. And sometimes it's easy, but a lot of times it could be difficult. And that's really what I want to talk about today. Is this, you ready? Honor. It sounds simple. We all know what honor is. It's respecting someone. It's something that we should do. We hear this scriptures, we need to honor our parents and all these things, right? We know that we should honor people, but it's not always that simple. And I know when I was a younger leader, whether I was in the church world or working at Brookstone, like I've shared before on here, there's times where people had chosen poor actions towards me. Maybe I had some leaders that made some poor decisions, and the way I responded was not honorable. The way I spoke to them maybe wasn't honorable. The way I talked about them to someone else probably wasn't honorable. But then I had a coach in my life, probably about a decade ago, that really hammered into my mind and into my heart that it doesn't matter what someone else does. It doesn't matter their actions in my life. My job is to honor the leadership in my life. It changed my perspective. If my job was just to honor people, it meant that I was responsible just for me. I wasn't responsible for their poor decisions. I wasn't responsible if what they were doing was wrong. I was responsible with how I responded from me. Was I gossiping? Was I talking bad about them to their, was I putting them down or being sarcastic towards them, rolling my eyes when they say, was I choosing to do something that was not honorable towards them? Because my job was very focused on just one thing. I just needed to honor people. Interestingly, I moved to Florida with my family a couple years ago, and here is something that's so important to me that we need to honor those in our life no matter what. And one of the values of Generation Church was that honor is for everyone. And it is. Honor is for everyone. We honor up, we honor down, we honor all around, and our job is to honor people. This is why a lot of times you'll see me at the beginning of a message. There's probably more than half of my messages at the beginning. I will take time to honor Pastor Ben and Pastor Melissa. Why? Because they are my leaders. They are my pastors. They have worked so hard ahead of me and given me the opportunity to use my gifts and talents and the abilities and the calling that God has placed on my life. They have given me the opportunity to do that here. And I need to honor them. I also honor them by calling them pastor, right? Pastor Ben, Pastor Melissa, Pastor Aaron. You'll see me do that publicly with anyone. If someone's around that they are leading, I'm going to call them pastor because that's a way of showing honor. Same way with the teachers that oversee my kids at school. I'm going to call them Mr. or Mrs. Max has Mrs. Santiago is his teacher. I'm going to call her Mrs. Santiago because that is showing her respect. I'm not just going to call her by her first name. I'm going to show her respect. I'm going to show her honor for who she is and the position that she holds. Now, just like you, I have been around some extremely honorable people in my life. some amazing leaders. Leaders like Pastor Ben and Melissa. They're extremely honorable people. And with those people, man, it's easy to honor, isn't it? Like, I want to honor those people. I always want to keep honoring those people because they're honorable people. But then I've also been around some people that were on the other side. They weren't honorable. The way that they chose to act, the way that they treated maybe myself or people that I love and care for was not great. And it was harder to honor those people. See what I mean? This is where it gets difficult. And in my life, even to this day, I'm still trying to learn and grow in this place where I want to be thankful for the people that were not honorable in my life, so I at least can take from those experiences maybe some things that I learned, how to treat other people, so that other people maybe don't feel that same way. As a matter of fact, next week, the reason I'm going to break this into 2 weeks is today I just want to talk about the fact that we are to honor everyone. But next week, I want to talk about what does it mean to be an honorable person. I can tell you this, there's plenty of people that demand that you honor them, but they aren't very honorable. Chances are, if someone demands that you honor them, that's a clear sign that they're not honorable, right? And I want us to know how to be honorable people, godly people, and respectable people. How do we be honorable? And so I'm going to break that down next week and show you some things to do to be an honorable person. But at the exact same time, today, we're talking about how honor is for everyone, whether they are honorable or if they're not. It's very difficult. You know, if you look in 1 Peter 2:17, Peter writes this, and it's such a good scripture, something you need to remember. It says this, it says, honor everyone. Honor everyone. Love the brotherhood. Fear God. And then it says, honor the emperor. Why is this important? Why is this important? This is why it's important. Because he is saying, regardless if they deserve it, regardless if they deserve honor, we need to honor, we need to respect those that are over us. Because it's easy to honor an honorable person, but it's difficult to honor someone who's not kind to us, someone who's making poor decisions. It's hard to honor someone like that. But it's easy to honor honorable people. You know, again, we see that scripture. Honor your parents, right? Honor your father and mother. But it doesn't say honor the father and mother who does a great job loving their children. It just says honor your father and mother. Well, unfortunately, there's some pretty bad father and mothers out there. Are you supposed to honor them too? Yeah. You're supposed to honor everyone. What's interesting about how Peter says this, I want you to look at this real quick because he says this. I think this is so important. I think this is something you have to really hold on to. He says, honor everyone, love the brotherhood, fear God. He could have stopped right there. That could have been period. I already said to honor everyone, right? He could have just stopped right there because he did say to honor everyone, which implies the people that you like, dislike, the people that love you, the people who hate you, your enemies. It implies to honor everyone. But he adds that extra sentence anyways, that last little part, he tells you to honor the emperor, which is implied in the beginning, honor everyone, because the emperor is part of everyone. But why do you think at the end he also put to honor the emperor? I think he was making the point to do this. You need to also honor ungodly leaders. See, at this time, the emperor was someone who was overseeing the persecution of God's people. So here's Peter saying, look, honor everyone. And you need to love your brothers and you need to fear God. But hey, also don't forget, you need to honor the emperor. Someone who would be very easy for you to say, well, I'm not going to honor him. No, you need to honor him too. Even though he's against you, even though he's trying to end you, he is someone that you need to honor. I mean, today, Look at how today's world is, right? If someone becomes the president that you didn't vote for, how many people get on social media and they're like, hashtag not my president? But whether or not you want the president to be the president, the fact is you live in this country, he is your president, right? You need to honor your leadership, regardless if you like their decisions, regardless if you like them, regardless if they're godly or not. Our job is to honor. It does not mean agree, it means to respect, right? We are to honor. So today I want to challenge you. This is a hard conversation, but I'm just giving you truth. Our job is to honor everyone. Honor is for everyone. Whether they are at the highest point of leadership and you agree with them, whether they're at the lowest point of leadership and you disagree with them, or vice versa, our job is just to honor everyone. Even the emperor, even the leadership that we love, even the leadership we don't love, even the people that are easy to honor, even the people that are difficult to honor. Our job is to honor. Our job is not to gossip, talk bad about people. Our job is not to roll our eyes at people we disagree at. Our job is not to dishonor people just because we feel like they are incorrect, or maybe because they are incorrect. Our job is to honor. And that's what God tells us to do. It's a command. And so let's go out there, let's honor everyone. And next week, let's talk about what does it mean to be an honorable person. Because I think we need to fight to make sure that we ourselves are being honorable. So with all that said, I love you guys. Can't wait to see you this Sunday.